So, Namaskar friends, myself Milind Suresh Pawar. I'm working as assistant professor of geography in Kekewag Education Societies, Kekewag Arts, Commerce, Science and Computer Science College, Kakasaheb Nagar, Taluka Nifad and District Nashik. So friends, today we are going to discuss about the physical geography which is included into the syllabus of FY BSc semester first. So today we are going to see what is meant by physical geography. So there are basically two branches of geography. One is physical geography and another one is human geography. Human geography used to study all the aspects which belongs to the humans or human beings, while the physical geography is used to study all the natural aspects and natural patterns which are observed on the earth's surface. So here we are. Physical geography is a subdiscipline of two much larger fields of study: geography and earth sciences. Okay, the main purpose of physical geography is to explain the spatial characteristics of the various natural phenomena associated with the earth's hydrosphere, biosphere, atmosphere and lithosphere. So these are the spheres, four major spheres: hydrosphere, in which all the water which is found on the earth's surface is included, while biosphere used to study all the living things, and in the atmosphere the study of all the elements of atmosphere, that is gases, water vapor, aerosols, suspended particulate matters, and lithosphere used to study the soil, the health of the soil. So all these spheres are studied under a discipline which is physical geography, and the spatial variations in these spheres are studied in this discipline. So physical geography is one of the two primary branches of geography. Listed here are sub-branches or subfields of physical geography. These subfields of physical geography study processes and patterns in the natural environment, ranging from the oceans to physical land to the atmosphere. So we are going to see about the some of the branches of physical geography and which used to study the processes and patterns in the natural environment. So first one is biogeography. Okay, so animals and plants on the earth are usually distributed in specific patterns, and biogeography is the discipline that is involved in this study. Biogeography studies the distribution of biological species and the geographic pattern that are a result. This field can be further broken down into biogeography related to islands, paleobiogeography, phylogeography, zoogeography and phytogeography. So biogeography is also again subdivided into several branches because its area of study or area of interest is very vast, and it is not able to study all the things in only one discipline. So it is also again bifurcated into various disciplines which are given right here below. So biogeography basically used to study the living beings and their specific patterns. So next one is climatology. Geographers in this branch of geography are usually concerned in the investigation of the weather patterns of the earth and the way in which they affect the climate as a result. In generally, weather are the weather includes the small climatic variations. It means today's weather is cloudy, today's weather is sunny. This kind of small interval climatic conditions are included into the weather patterns. So these weather patterns affect climate, and hence this discipline used to study all those patterns. Moreover, activities that are taking place within the atmosphere of the earth are also studied in this discipline. Climatologists study the climate as it is made up by weather conditions throughout history. This area of study can involve local climate science as well as global or macro climate changes. Climatologists can choose to study specific periods of time in history to focus their research or choose a location to further develop their research. So, this is more than sufficient for climatology. Next one is coastal geography. So, coastal geography is nothing but it used to study or investigate all the natural phenomena which are taking place on the coastal area. So, coastal geography focuses on areas where water meets land. Coastal weathering or the impact of the ocean on these coastal environments involves very unique processes. This field involves the study of wave action, sediment movement, erosion, as well as how humans have altered coastlines. Okay, there is definitely there is impact of human activities on the coastal area, and hence it may be the construction of roads, it may be the construction of harbors. This can alter the coastlines, and hence the wave action, the sediment movement and erosion activities get speed up, or the processes get speed up, and hence the all these things are get studied in this discipline, coastal geography. The next one is geomorphology. So students, this is my specialization subject when I was studied into the University of Pune. So geomorphology, morpho means form, geo means earth, and it means the forms which are observed on the earth's surface. These are studied under this discipline. Geomorphology is the study of earth's landforms, terrain and the processes that guide these changes. Okay, so because of human interference or the natural phenomena used to alter these landforms, they used to change these landforms, the terrain, and hence geomorphology is the discipline which studies all the processes that bring change into these landforms. The landforms on earth usually develop in interesting ways stemming from tectonic movement and climatic influences. There are numerous processes that normally lead to the eventual vanishing of these landforms. Geographers who are involved in this field study the entire process from start to finish. For instance, erosion is a major part of this field, as it has been discovered to be a major factor that influences the disappearance of landforms. You can able to see with your naked eyes that small hills may get vanish because of human interference or the construction of roads. So these kind of landforms get disappear, and such kind of disappearance is studied under this discipline. Geomorphology seeks to understand past landforms and what happened to them in order to make predictions about the future through field observations, physical experiments and modeling. Okay, in this way, in this discipline, it is investigated that how landform get shift or they get changed from one form to another, and what changes the human activities brings into them, it is also studied, and what are the reasons and how to get check this. The mitigation activities also taken place through this subject, or by studying this discipline. Next, environmental geography. Environmental geography focuses on studying the interactions and impacts between humans and the natural world. Environmental geography links aspects of human geography with physical geography. Okay, environmental geography is a discipline which joins physical geography and human geography, and it used to give measures, and it also decide that how to stop human interference into the environment and how to protect the landforms. So this kind of study is taken place into the environmental geography. Then next one is glaciology. Glaciology is a field of geography that studies ice sheets and glaciers on Earth's surface. Glaciers are studied by how they impact a landscape as they move or melt, as well as how ice sheets and their makeup impact climate studies. Glacial geology and snow hydrology are two subsets of glaciology. It means glaciology used to study this cryosphere. Cryosphere means the ice covered landscapes are studied under they are called as cryosphere. It means all the landscapes which are covered with ice or snow, they are called as, they are the part of the cryosphere, and glaciology used to study this cryosphere. So next one is hydrology. The study of hydraulics concern the amount of quality of water and its movement across the Earth's surfaces. The most basic understanding of hydrology comes down to what we know as the water cycle or the hydrological cycle. Hydrology can be split into researchers who study rivers. The study of rivers is called potamology, lakes, aquifers, and glaciers, although glaciology as a field goes much more in depth. So all the fluid dynamics are studied into the hydrology. The water which is present on the earth's surface and which is moving here and there and ultimately into the sea, the all dynamics which are related to the moving water are studied into this subject or into this discipline, which is called as hydrology, and which is also a branch of physical geography. Next one is landscape ecology. Landscape ecology blends ecology and geography to show ecological processes. Researchers in this field could use physical geographic evidences showing the flow of energy, material, and people to indicate changes in ecological landscapes. Next one is lithology. Lithology is the study of the physical composition of rocks using visual methods including core samples and microscopes. Lithologists can determine the color, texture, grain, and composition of rock samples. Lithology allows researchers to map and correlate rock types between different locations. In short, this discipline used to study the rocks, how they get altered, how they get formed, and what is the composition of the rocks. All the processes related to the rocks are studied into this discipline, which is called as lithology. Meteorology. Meteorology studies the atmosphere of the earth as it relates to weather processes and predicting future weather patterns. Meteorology concerns observable weather events. Next one is oceanography. The study of the world's oceans and seas is known as oceanography. Oceanographers study marine biology and organisms, currents, waves, and the movement of water, as well as the physical makeup of seafloors. Oceanographers seek to blend these complex areas of study into the field for a comprehensive view of the world's ocean. Means oceanography study all the complex processes which are related to the ocean waters or the water which is present into the seas, and the organisms and the activities or the dynamic which are taken place with relation to the ocean water are studied under this discipline. Next one is orology. Orology is the study of mountains and their formation. Sub-branches of this field of study include the human impacts on mountainous landscapes as well as elevation-based mountain studies. Climate studies regarding mountains such as the rain shadow effect are part of this field. Next one is paleogeography. Paleogeography studies material that has been preserved in the soil record or stratigraphic record or Earth's crust. This allows scientists to discover when certain species are thought to have lived. Additionally, scientists can determine the past position of Earth's continents based on paleographic finds. Next one is, last but not least, quaternary science. This is a specific field of study that concerns the quaternary period or the last 2.6 million years of Earth's history. Scientists use data recovered from this period to reconstruct estimations of past environmental conditions to show past climatic and environmental conditions that may have existed. Next one is soil geography. Soil geography is often seen as a subfield of geomorphology. Soil geography studies the distribution of soil across a section of terrain. This field deals with the makeup of soil as well as soil classification and how soil relates to geomorphology, climate, biological life, and mineral content. Next one is water resources geography. This is a branch of geography that normally deals with the study of how water resources are generally managed in a particular region. Geographers who are involved in this discipline normally look at the manner in which water is collected, distributed, and lastly used in various places across the planet. In addition to these, systems developed by humans that are meant to aid the entire process are also studied so that they can consequently be enhanced for maximum efficiency. So this is enough from the side of me. I hope you have understood what I have discussed with you. Because of time I am not able to explain each and every sentence, but I hope you will get what you want. And for today's lecture we have to stop here, and please like and subscribe my channel, and please share that I have collected this information for you. So let's stop here. Thank you.